Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at Tablemon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be playing with VIKAVOLT. We're going to be trying to take advantage of all the Lost Box decks in the ladder and try to limit what they can do with the Paralyzing Bolt. Attack doing 50 damage, and during your opponent's next turn they can't play any item cards from their hand. So ideally we will be using this on turn 1, right? That is the goal. And to do that, we have Radiant Greninja to discard energy through concealed cards, and then we have Melanie to help power up, attaching a water energy card from our discard pile to one of our Pokemon V in play. And we do have Luminion to help us in powering up. Now we also have Scoop Up Nets and Switches and Air Balloon to make sure that we have the VIKAVOLT in the active spot, which is ideal. And then we have Boss's Orders to target down the right Pokemon. We have Choice Builds to increase our damage output, along with Zapdos's Lightning Symbol ability, which allows our basic Lightning Pokemon's attacks, except any Zapdos, to do 10 more damage, which is pretty fantastic. And then Speed Energy, Tracking Shoes, and Marnie, and Pokestop help with the consistency of the deck. Now we also play a copy of Drapion against Mew VMAX. We also have Drapion V-Star with the Hazard Star ability, allowing us to paralyze and poison an opponent's Pokemon, which is pretty great and works really nicely when you're not letting them use item cards. Let's jump to the ladder, see what we can do with this deck. If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. Looking for PTGO codes? Photon Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tablemon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. So we do end up going first, which is nice. Gives us that extra turn to help in setting up our attack. A little too dark in my room right now for it to be 13. Yeah, but that should definitely help. All right, we get an extra card off the mulligan. And no energy, unfortunately. I don't expect Zigzagoon to be super useful against the high HP people, so we're gonna Tracking Shoes. I do not want to keep that energy in particular, because I do have access to Melanie right here, and so unfortunately I'm just gonna pass, and might not be able to deal with Kyurem very well. This deck does really well against low HP Pokemon, but not so well against the high HP Pokemon, as it does take you a very long time to actually get going. So we're just gonna see raw battle VIP pass along with the bucket, so already in a very icky situation, plus the fact that I missed the energy attachment. We do see the Greninja, we do see the Palkia. We'll see a choice built onto the Kyurem. And we'll see. We might be... we're probably going to be in a lot of trouble here. Everyone does decide to play the extra item cards, which obviously makes sense. I wish I had found an energy to attach, that way I could Marnie plus item lock. That could potentially help a bunch. And they just have a lot of energies, as we did see them search for them. And okay. So now we're guaranteed the item lock. Can escape rope here. And so yeah, they'll promote that, and then we will go ahead and item lock them. So the best case scenario is my opponent doesn't evolve into a Kyurem VMAX, and this turn I do this, right? I did lose the Zigzagoon. If I could get a Zapdos and then leave that to be pinged. Oh well. So if I item lock now, they could just attach retreat and knock me out, right? There's nothing I can do about that. I can, however, establish the Drapion, because I could potentially lock down the Kyurem somehow. I mean, but best case scenario, my opponent went all in on the energy attachments, and therefore, yep, they can't attack me this turn. Right, so I am definitely not able to deal with the Kyurem like super easily. However, I do have the option to, that's a very good top deck. I do have the option to go boss plus establish the V-Star. I definitely think that's what I have to do here. So I'm gonna do this and the Melanie. Maybe not the Melanie, maybe just the switch. No, because they could counter with a boss. We could try to do that. All right, so we have a plan, right? We have a plan, which is fantastic. So I will go ahead and do this. Trap this dude by paralyzing and poisoning. And so the thing is, I don't know if I want to attach energy to the active or not, because they will take 3 damage counters, correct? They'll have 60 from poison plus 80. That's 140. And then plus another. No, it's definitely not enough. So I would have to like just commit the energy here and commit to the KO, which I don't think is the end of the world. Like, it's a good enough trade, right? Leaving this ready to go seems like the way to go. Nice. Yeah, they'll be at 140, so I will be able to KO. Maybe I didn't need the choice belt, actually. The wash energy does nothing, so I don't understand why they would attach it, and there we go. Good thing I did not discard the switch. Very good thing I did not, in fact, discard the switch. Okay, that's a very good top deck as well. Let's do that. Okay, so they take 30 more. I have, if I want to knock them out, I have to use my other attack, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I'll keep the boss, even though I do plan on using Marnie this turn. And I feel like I'll probably need another VIKAVOLT, right? Well, the response is Palkia. And they'll need to use their V-Star. Full bench is 160, 180, 200. Actually, if I don't bench, then they need like something else to knock me out. If they don't knock me out, that would be pretty great. All right. They will have access to item cards, however, but there's nothing I can do about that. With my Kyurem, discard the water, and let's discard the basic lightning. And I mean, choice belt and full bench, right? But that means they need 3 basic Pokemon plus a choice belt in order to knock me out. That's exactly 4 cards for them to get a return KO here. And if they don't, then they're in a lot of trouble. And Rotom Phone is definitely a very underwhelming card right here. The poison from Drapion V-Star, well, the paralysis plus poison from Drapion V-Star, probably just single-handedly won me this game. Alright, we do see that Iridum. See another Kyurem, which is fine. Oh, they do bind the choice belt, okay. So they have perfect knockout, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. If I could only KO that Radiant Ninja here, that would be pretty fantastic. Okay, so they have perfect knockout on my next VIKAVOLT if I bench something else. So I do need to be very, very careful. Or if they bench something. Can I ever get a knockout here? Getting to 140? No, that's basically impossible. So I think my play might be to go after this Kyurem right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I really do think that's my best and realistically only play. So I'm gonna play the Luminion down. I'll grab Melanie. And that's gonna be for next turn. Yeah, that's gonna be for next turn. So I'm gonna go boss onto this friend. Attach the energy, attach the choice bolt as well. And then I'll just go paralyzing bolt. So closing out the game is gonna be a little tricky. A little tricky. To see the Melanie. My opponent finds another water. Or that. Okay, well, never mind. That's it. We went from a potentially really good spot to completely dead because my opponent found a choice belt and was able to knock us out. Okay, so my opponent will KO me here. I mean, maybe not all hope is lost, but it's not looking great. Like, I can still item lock again, and then potentially keep that Kyurem trapped. The issue is how do I... Oh, wait, no, this is worth 3 prizes now. Okay, that's actually really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the water here. And yeah, we basically need my opponent to not switch out. That's what I really need. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these two. Get the VIKAVOLT. Zapdos is nowhere to be seen. And I'll go Melanie right here. Right, now we can get our Zapdos. Right, we can actually get double Zapdos now, which is fantastic. And with the Scoop Up Net's gone, I can no longer KO the Radiant Ninja with this. So I might as well just do this. Get a Zapdos just so I can do as much damage as possible. And the game will come down to me just knocking out this Kyurem. So I'm gonna keep the Crobat in my hand. And I'm gonna wrap the Lightning, and I have a switch in case they go boss. This energy-less Kyurem. There is a way they can power up, right? Oh, I probably should have taken out the stadium actually. Instead of this rod, I should have countered with the stadium. Yeah, because they get Melanie. Attach return plus the stadium plus the ability. I should have countered the stadium. That's my bad. And they're not doing it yet, but yeah, I should have countered the stadium. I was thinking so much about using it myself that I did not realize that they could just Melanie to power up. So yeah, this might be it. No, they choose to discard the energy. I don't think they're gonna have like a lot more energies. 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, they could actually. They could. We might have just won the game. I think the right play for my opponent, instead of attacking with Kyurem, they need to retreat the Kyurem and take a knockout with Palkia. And then 190 is perfect math. So the Zapdos math actually mattered and allowed me to win the game. It really did. Wow. Not bad. Yeah. Oh wait, 340. Didn't they have 140 on them? Plus 1. Oh, because I'm doing 200 with Zapdos. I mean, so I needed the Zapdos either last turn or this turn. Pretty good. Yeah. Pretty good. On to the next match. Alright, so we are going second this time around, and we do have the turn 1 VIKAVOLT attack as long as I find a VIKAVOLT off of these concealed cards ability. Not up against any Lost Box deck, however. That's gonna be a little scary. And by a little, I mean a lot scary. Especially when my opponent already has a Cape Jaw, a Gengar. It's gonna be tough. It's really, really gonna be tough here. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna start off with the concealed cards. Pretty please, any Quick Ball, VIKAVOLT, or Ultra Ball? Nope. Okay, I mean, I did get the Scoop Up Net, so that means I get to use the ability. I already have 2 Melanies in my hand. Nothing, a boss instead. And I'm gonna Scoop Up Net the Radiant Greninja, play it down again. I still have the switch, so I can still get the turn 1 Paralyzing Bolt. There we go. Alright, cool. I mean, not super cool, but well, we got there, right? We are going to get damaged, which is annoying. We are going to Melanie right here. And to find this, no choice build for me. I do have the Herb Balloon, which is nice. I can save the switch. And then this other Quick Ball might just be necessary for VIKAVOLT. Okay, but best case scenario, I was going to say my opponent whiffs the Zork because they can't search for it with item cards. Now, best case scenario is they whiff energies, which with their ability and research, that's at least 14 cards. Yeah, not very likely. So I guess now my hope is they whiff basics. And they just outright discard everything. Okay, that is a lot of things lost. But that's the KO. Yep. And then I just power up the next VIKAVOLT and it immediately goes down. Oh, I'm not sure how I could possibly win this. I really don't know what I can do here. Like I item lock and then I lose another prize card and I'm not even close to getting a KO. I mean, I can try. There's a choice belt. Sure, I'll keep the trekking shoes and then I'll play it again. That gives me the friend, the drapion. Okay, so definitely you. Definitely you. I mean, my only chance though is for them to get like fully locked here. I am hitting now for 90. I'll be at 140. I'm not very hopeful here. Alright, I think I'm gonna Crobat actually. Just to get more cards into my hand. Do this, and then we will Crobat for 5. Okay, I mean, I did get the Drapion. So I can at least establish that. Finding the V-Star is not going to be easy though, but... Alright. Yeah, I basically need a miracle. I need them to just fully dead draw. Like, that means not finding an energy and a Zork. There's one energy. So now, I mean, they still need energy and Zork. V-Star. They didn't play as a portrait. They didn't evolve. So maybe we have a chance. The issue is they also, like, not like if they don't find it next turn, they just immediately lose, right? Ooh, that's a tricky card to get. Okay, conceal cards. Okay, so I absolutely need the V-Star off of this Melanie. Why do I keep finding Ultra Balls instead of Quick Balls? Yeah, I just need to draw it raw. Oh well, I mean, I am looking at the next 5 cards, I guess, so something, but it's not very likely. Okay, that's more cards. That is more cards. So 130. Yeah, okay, so I'm sort of thinking I need to risk the Pokestop here. If I risk the Pokestop, like if Pokestop doesn't hit the Drapion, then Trekking Shoes gets me closer. Ugh, it was right there. Oh my gosh. Punished for doing the right play. I feel like doing that gave me a higher chance, because if I did Trekking Shoes first and it wasn't there, I was definitely not getting it. It's also like drawing the quick balls. It just, yeah. All right, that's it. On to the next one. All right, so we're finally up against Lost Box. Hopefully this is not the time where we whiff the turn one, item lock, right? It does seem like we're up against exactly Lost Box, the deck that Tord used to win. So hopefully we can do well. Hopefully we can do well right here. Yep, more Gum Phase, Lost Zoned Magma Basin, which is interesting. Out of all the cards. Alright. So, I do like Pokestop once again because it's going to get me Quick Balls and Ultra Balls. Okay, let's go Trekking Shoes then. I do need that, but I think I'm gonna just have to Croat, so... Come on. Alright, well... Unreal Pokestops and then Trekking Shoes and whatnot. I mean, maybe someone wants to correct me on the order of that, but... Dude, are you serious? Nice. Very nice. Very nice. They choose to use Pokestop themselves. We see Escape Rope, which is going to be another issue in and of itself. Now if I attach the water, retreat, and then Melanie, sure, I'll draw cards, right? But then I won't have the lightning again. Ugh. What a game. Oh, okay, so double Magma Basin and Rash Gate. So it's actually not towards that. There's a lot more happening here. But we're not even gonna, like, we don't get turn 1 item lock. We also don't get turn 2 item lock, it seems, so. This is really, really bad. That's exactly what I need to be stopping. Capture energy. Are we up against Giratina then? With Radiant Charge? Like, I don't even know. Choice Belt. Okay. Never mind. Never you mind. Okay. Come on. Why do I have 4 scoop up nets? Going second, we seem to be up against another, like at least a Lost Box decks, could be Giratina based on the sleeves or whatnot, but now we have a Quick Ball and a Water, so we can Melody into the VIKAVOLT. Woo! Alright. Also have the Pokestop once again. I feel like the Pokestop just has not worked out at all. Okay, Quick Balls away the grass, which definitely means Giratina. Now we just see the Giratina, so that works. They get back the grass. So an Escape Rope. They do recognize that with VIKAVOLT they need to focus on Giratina, which makes sense. Hopefully we slow them down so much though with our turn 1 VIKAVOLT. Alright, they actually choose to go into the Giratina. And I did top deck the Melanie now, so now I no longer need to grab the Luminion. So what I can grab is probably Radiant Greninja, because now what I need is a Lightning Energy. That's the only thing stopping me from getting a turn 1 Paralyzing Bolts. And we're still not quite there yet. Seal cards. Here we go. Okay. So I'm gonna scoop up the Radiant Greninja. Rebench it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and switch into it. And then scoop up net. And promote. Okay, so then I have Quick Wall away you. Or our beautiful Crobat. And then I have Ultra Wall. Yeah. I need to draw 6. Ultra Ball away, establishing another VIKAVOLT, I reckon. Or Zapdos. I think doing a lot of damage could be the wiser choice here. I should be 100% safe, right? I don't need a VIKAVOLT next turn. I will need one the turn afterwards. So doing that little... Please, just give me a Lightning. This game sometimes. I mean, my bird didn't do much, which is nice, but Giratina should have at least 60 damage on it. Alright, let's go ahead and Melanie right here. Still nothing? What the heck is happening? You've got to be joking. That was something else. All right. I feel like I can give up on the boss. I'm really looking for a choice belt right here. That's what I'm looking for. So sure, I'll Pokestop. I have enough lightnings now. No, I lost the... Okay, I should have done that before using the... or using the thing. Alright. Paralyzing Bolt. Okay, so do they have Giratina and Psychic already? That is a question. They haven't Call Wrist, which is nice. I should have thinned the Drapion V-Star. That's my bad. That is definitely my bad. Alright, see the Greninja. What else will they do though? They do have the Psychic. They could just Shred too. Oh. Nope. They're just gonna get the KO. Okay, that means they don't get a KO the turn after though, which is hopefully good. They do find 2 prizes. They're nowhere near close to having 10 cards. Just really need to deal with this Giratina. Like ASAP. Truly ASAP. Okay. So we do find this friend. There's it. whole choice belt because that's how things work here. Let's go and do this. We're looking for the ordinary rod. No. Looking for the ordinary rod. Come on. Okay, I'm guaranteed the ordinary rod after this. Okay, or I can just get it now, which is fantastic. I will do both. Definitely you. I reckon the VIKAVOLT. And then these two for sure. All right. So now I'm gonna go ultra wall away. You and you. Grab myself the drapion V-Star. Okay, so this turn I'm doing 90. Plus the 60, that's 150. Okay, I will need the drapion V-Star. I'll only use it if they commit another energy to the active. And I think that's all I need to do, really. I'll establish the VIKAVOLT, sure. And then I have a switch. I have escape rope too. For now, we're just going to paralyze a bolt. Okay. 130. So, actually, they commit an energy to the active. I will get the KO in between turns with the hazard star, which is fantastic. Pretty fantastic. We are in not a big danger of getting decked out. A small one, I guess. I wonder what they commit to here. It is very unfortunate that they haven't found a single Colress yet. I wonder what's in their hand. Okay, they just pass. They don't even commit another energy. So, I mean, I really don't need to commit the V-Star yet, right? I can just paralyzing bolt. There's no rush. I'm not attaching either. Because once again, there's no rush. They didn't attach any energy or anything. Great. I'd use the drapion V-Star, sure, I get a fancy KO, but like in between turns I potentially get another KO, but it's not really that impactful. Alright, they do play down the boss. That's boss number 1. So I have the switch for that, and then I'm also holding the escape rope. And I have an Herbalon if necessary as well. I can just do this, and now the item lock should stick forever and ever. I don't have the other Zapdos to take KO on Comfey or Green Greninja. I also don't have the 6-second to ping, but I think we'll be okay. Well, I'm hoping we'll be okay. To have Drapion if I really need to get a KO somewhere down the line. Also bring up a Giratina if it comes to that. Another energy into a loss. That is very peculiar. So it was probably energy and Colress the choice there. So that's 6. And it's gonna be 8. They could attack me with the Cram, that's for sure. Probably what they'll end up doing. Okay, they lost on another Giratina, so that means there's one Giratina left to deal with. I'm more worried about the Cramorants though, but there's only 2 Cramorants. That might fetch the second Cramorant. I think that would be correct. No, they just go for the Giratina instead. Okay. That feels like a really big liability for my opponent though. I will start getting this VIKAVOLT ready though. Thankfully I can't kill the crown. Okay, well there's Sableye. So I might end up saving my E-Star for the Sableye KO. We'll do that, and we will Paralyzing Bolt. They are down 2 Psychic Energy, so then finding another Psychic for the Sableye should not be easy at all. There's 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 2 Psychics here, so they have 2 left. 2 Grass here, so they have 1 left. Okay, they immediately promote the Sableye. So they must be hoping for the thing. The Psychic of the Colress. That's what I'm guessing will happen. Okay. Goodbye Zapdos. I meant Crobat. I was thinking keep Zapdos, therefore discard Crobat. I just said buy Zapdos. Righty. Colress. What will happen here? Okay, they chose relatively quickly, which can be an indication of giving up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They do have the 10. If they find the Psychic, they can KO me. They absolutely can KO me right here. But if not, they're in a lot of trouble. Okay, they just pass. So now all I need is to attach this energy here, actually the water and the belt. Then I will use the Drapion V-Star, Hazard Star. A little worried, I guess, about Roxanne, but all I need is a lightning to win at that point. I'm gonna do this. If they boss, I win. And then we'll go Paralyzing Bolt. We get the KO. We are at 3 prizes down. 2 prizes left. And next turn I just go boss, attach, KO. The Giratina for game. So the deck definitely worked out way better than last time. The early game still feels a little convoluted to me though. I don't think you need 4 scoop up methods. Like maybe you need, maybe 2 is fine. You definitely don't need 4. So cutting those 2 for like maybe even extra energies, an extra supporter, a Roxanne. I feel like a Roxanne would be really good because you can't search for it, and item lock plus Roxanne is very strong. There's a Roxanne. You could also what was I gonna say? Add path. Yeah, path to a peak is something also that I feel would be good in this. All right, no energy attachment. Unfortunately, no energy for me in general. But we'll see what we draw. All right, Herbaloon and Colress. All right, and that's it. That is it. Super Zap Cannon 220 GG. So slow and steady wins the race, as this deck would have it. Yeah, definitely feels very fragile in many instances. Definitely some bad matchups and things that hit for a lot of damage really quickly and don't require much else on the bench. But here we go. Yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this very long video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.